Okay, so lesson 23. So we're on ratios. Lesson 23, ratios. So a ratio, what is it? It is a way to describe a relationship between numbers. For example, if there are 13 boys and 15 girls, so what would be my ratio between the two? Well, ratios can be written in a few different ways here. And if you're wondering what page we're on page 119. So here's the way we could write the ratio between boys to girls. We could write it 3 to 15. That's one way. Or you could do 13 colon 15. 13 to 15, 13 to 15. Or you can write it in fraction form. So the 13 would go on top in your numerator, and then 15 would be in your denominator. So those are the three different ways you write ratios. Yeah, Brady. Yep. There you go. So there's, yeah. So there's that. Some things to keep in mind. We write the terms of the ratio in order we are asked to give them. We reduce ratios in the same manner as we reduce fractions. We leave ratios in fraction form. We do not write ratios as mixed numbers. So that's a big one. You never write ratios as a mixed number. You always leave it as an improper fraction. For example, here's an example of leaving it as an improper fraction. So a team lost 3 games and won 7 games. What was the team's win-loss ratio? So they want win to loss ratio. So how many wins were there, Grace? Yeah. Page 120. Yeah. Would it be 3 to 7? So how many games did they win? Yeah, so it'd be 7 games won, and then I'd write 2, and then they lost 3 games. Not always the bigger number, so it's however they ask you. So they, in the question, if you look at top of page 120, it says, what was the team's win to loss ratio? If they asked the loss to win ratio, then you would write 3 to 7. No, not always. You do it how they asked you. So in this case, you would write it as 7 to 3. That would be the win to loss ratio. The loss to win would be written like this, 3 to 7, and you just leave that. You're done with both of them. Okay? Yeah, Brady. Okay. Oh, okay. So example 2, on a team of 28 players, so 28 total players, there are 13 boys. 13 boys. What is the ratio of boys to girls on the team? How do we figure out how many girls there are, Talon? Yeah, and that's how I would figure out how many girls there are. So 28 minus 13, so 8 minus 3 is 5, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. So there are 15 girls. And it wants to know what is the ratio of boys to girls. So, yeah, Grace, what would be the boy to girl ratio? Yeah, it would be 13. I heard 15 to 15, or I heard something. Yeah, so it would be 13 to 15, but we knew what you meant. So the ratio of boys, which is the total number of boys, would be 13 to girls, which would be 15. Another way of writing that would be 13:15, or 13/15. And that's it. That's fine, yeah. So that's what you'll do for the next, so for the practice set. So you guys are doing A through C and then the numbers as well. Yeah, Grace? I'm okay with any of them, unless it asks to write it a specific way. If it says write it in fraction form, then write it in fraction form. If it doesn't say, you can write it however you want. Okay? Yeah, Brady? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would probably be a higher level class because you're combining, it'd be a really specific thing. So you'd probably be teaching like a high school or college level class. Yeah, because it'd be a little bit more, you'd be really focused in on just that. All right, so you guys can keep working on that.